As we near Atmaquah, the ominous rumblings of Indian artillery pounding the town. Stray shells from the Indian guns trigger fires on the pine-clad slopes. We're ordered back behind a hill for our own safety, yet still in full view of Indian troops hidden on the next ridge.
There is a small town which is named as Atmaquah, and presently they are firing upon the civilians and civil houses, colleges. There is a degree college. They have destroyed that. And have you heard the noise of that?
Yes. What was it? What was that?
That was an artillery shell. 105 Indian field gun.
As the Pakistanis sit in their trenches, more than 300 rounds of artillery and mortar fire fall on the town. An experience made all the more disconcerting by reports that last May, India tested a nuclear artillery shell. It's not something that bears thinking about, that anyone really wants to think about, is it? A nuclear war?
Yes, we should not consider it a nuclear war. But if they open up with nuclear weapons, we have equipment to face it. We have mosques, we have bunkers, and our troops are well dug in.
Hello. As the firing dies down, the local commander emerges from a bunker, offering to show us around town.
They do not have the courage to fight a professional army, and they do not find the suitable targets, and rather I would say they don't have the courage actually to talk and to fire on our posts. And that's why, in total frustration, they target the civil population just to create a state of insecurity and harassment in the area. That is the reason.
But again, as we approach Atmaquah, the Indians resume firing.
For your own security, actually, I wanted you to take you ahead, yes. But primarily because of your security,
yes.
I would suggest to you that we should not visit the forward area, because, as I told you earlier, that they do not spare anyone, right? As far as we are concerned, we are living in the area, we are fighting a war with them, we are absolutely not afraid.
Could we ask these people what they've seen?
Yes, of course. Stop.
Running the gauntlet, a desperate group of villagers have escaped to search for food and medicine for their besieged families.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. What's happening there now? You've just come from...
हम लोग सर बड़ी मुश्किल से जान बचाकर यहाँ पे पहुंचे हैं। हमारी जिंदगी हमने ये नहीं समझा, हम जब घर से निकले हमें ये नहीं पता कि हम whether we are take our place or not, कि हम अपनी जगह पर पहुंच जाएंगे या नहीं पहुंच सकेंगे, तो ये हमें पता नहीं चल सकेगा।
Where are the women and children? Where are the women and children?
बच्चे औरतें कितने हैं?
बच्चे औरतें ऊपर जंगलों में, जंगल बियाबान एरिया में चले गए हैं।
They said that we have taken them to the places where the safe places, and we have taken them there.
So what were you doing back there today? Why were you back in the
नखरू सेक्टर में ऐसा हुआ है सर, हैं? एक औरत एक दरख्त के नीचे एक हफ्ता उसको खाना नहीं मिला है।
He says that the children, the ladies, they are finding refuge behind the, just underneath the trees, and they have not got their meats from the last 6 to 7 days because of this firing.
Yes, and how many people have died?
He says that something like 60 people have died in the recent these firing.
The meeting is cut short by an urgent message. Indian fire is moving towards our location. As we depart, the first rounds come hurtling overhead.
It's coming towards us now.
Yes. That's about 2 to 300 yards away from
our position.
Yes.
So you think that was just... Oh, there's the smoke, look.
Oh, yes.
Just say, respect where we were.
Yes. I need to leave now. Oh.
This is airburst artillery. Shells designed to explode just above the ground, spraying deadly metal fragments over 200 metres.
Whoa! It's on the road.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Please, निकालो. Please call him now. Please get inside. Please get inside. Let's leave this area now.
Just up the road at an army hospital, those who weren't so lucky.
Basically, this is an agricultural area, and either they are busy in their bazaars, doing their normal businesses, or they are cultivating something in the fields. They're not soldiers. Basically, civilians who are just caught in the enemy fire.
For the villagers, there's always been an element of danger to living on the line of control. Before 1990, there was the odd rifle shot. After Muslim Kashmiri separatists started their campaign against India, the occasional artillery shell. But since the nuclear tests in May, life has become a living hell, with tens of thousands of shells fired by both sides. The following morning, the shelling has stopped, and we finally enter Atmuklam. This once thriving community of 4,000 people is all but deserted. A handful of men remain, picking up the pieces as Indian gunners reduce their lives to rubble. What's happened here? A key target yesterday, the officers of a local political group, flying flags of support for the Kashmiri militants just over the border. India claims the guerrillas are armed and trained by Pakistan. Yes.
They are firing at this place,
right.
And this is the one incident which hit directly.
Would they see that as justification for shelling this town, that because these people would support the guerrillas in Indian Kashmir?
No, how is it possible that they are supporting here while sitting from this place? You see, they are sitting just in front of them.
Hardly a convincing answer, but there's little doubt that many of these people simply want the fighting to stop, so they can return to the familiar rhythms of rural life. Safely out of range of the guns, refugee camps are taking on an air of permanence. Few see any chance of returning to the stunning beauty of their home valleys.
I am here from 1990 October because the Kashmiri people start their jihad with the Indian army for freedom, and the Indian army start to kill our innocent youths, and they start to gang rape with the women, and they burned our houses.
Camp leader Raja Ishaq Khan has met dozens of diplomats, aid workers and journalists. He's pessimistic about the future.